Hashtag Disrupt Mining. We're talking disruptive technologies in the mining space with the CEO of McEwen Mining, Rob McEwen. Welcome back to the show.
Happy to be here, Daniel.
Speak with you. You've been, since I've known you, since I've met you, you've been a great advocate of bringing technology to the mining space, getting mining to become more modern. And last night you took part in a Disrupt Mining panel, kind of worked like a Shark Tank type panel. Tell us about it.
It was good. Integra and Goldcorp put on a contest.
Which started last year, right? Was this the first?
Their first one was that. They modeled it after what we'd done at Goldcorp many years ago. And it was really just a call to bring all the best technologies to the forefront and let the industry decide who is offering the most transformative or potentially transformative technology to the industry.
So tell us about the technology that won.
Well, there were big prizes first. Goldcorp was putting up $500,000 and Integra was putting up 500. So there were some prizes. It was won by a firm called Cementation. That was the audience's pick. It was also my pick.
Your pick, okay.
And also Core, which, so cementology is really an alternative and more efficient way of bringing ore from the underground to the surface, rather than going to the great expense of sinking a large shaft, like an elevator shaft, and air and having trucks running around underground. They thought they could get rid of the CO2, they could reduce the capital, reduce the operating costs by a considerable margin. And so they were looking for a mine to test it in.
Will it be at El Gallo?
No, well, I'm not sure where it's going to be. There were a number of mines. I think guys came forward and said, I've got a mine. You can use my mine to experiment. So there was that. Core is about drilling and testing the hardness of the rock, and one day you'll be able to assay in real time. So you get that information, and then you plan your mill, and you can anticipate problems that right now are problems for the industry.
Were there any technologies that really stood out for you that you would want to apply to your mines?
Well, there were others using artificial intelligence to look for deposits. There was one, biomining is looking at using bacteria. We've had bacteria, but they said their bacteria was special. It didn't need a fixed temperature band to live in or a fixed acidic or pH band. And they thought, bugs have been around for a long, long time in the earth, and a lot of the deposits are a result of those bugs. So, they're just utilizing that. And I think you'll see that more and more as the future.
So do you think that the industry is getting more modern? Have we taken a leap?
I think the industry is looking out and seeing the transformative effect in, say, the taxi industry as Uber has destroyed it, and there's a little light going on and saying, if we don't change, either the owners of capital are going to walk away from the industry, or we have to show them how to make more money. And that's where they're seeing, hey, maybe this technology will allow us to do that.
Let's talk about McEwen Mining now. 2016, a very good year for the company. Your results just came out. What can we expect in 2017?
2017 we'll be spending more money on exploration in Mexico. We'll be spending money developing, hopefully, our gold bar deposit later in the year. We have a permitting process, and we think we'll get our permits in the third quarter and start building in the fourth quarter, and it'll take about a year. In Argentina, we're continuing to drill our copper project, which is about 20 billion pounds of copper. So if you were to put it on a gold equivalent, it's like a 40 million ounce deposit.
Are you looking to exit Argentina?
No. The current government has made some big positive changes. They've reduced taxes on the export of mining concentrates and product. They've standardized the exchange rate, got it back to where it should be. And they're much more pro-business. Now, they're a little vulnerable right now. There's a by-election coming up in October, and they don't have a clear majority. But generally, I think the people are looking there and saying they're going in the right direction. And I think Argentina is a very prospective country for deposits.
So you're staying in Argentina?
We're staying in Argentina, we're staying in Mexico.
And your new mine in Nevada?
In Nevada, and we just made a bid for another company which has property in Timmins and some very high-grade gold there.
Let's talk about gold and silver prices and the Trump administration. I was at the BMO Metals and Mining Conference, and one thing I heard from a lot of the CEOs there was that they feel this administration is open to mining, more open to mining. Being president in Nevada, do you feel that?
I'd say the Trump administration is not only going to be good for mining, it's just good for business in America. They're looking to reduce the regulations, and in essence, they want to get business to get money working faster, and that creates employment. President Trump has said he doesn't want a high dollar, but all of his actions right now are causing the dollar to go higher. I mean, the stock market loves him, and the dollar's strong as a result of foreign money coming into the American market. Lower taxes are all very positive.
And yet we have the price of gold seems to be pulled in many different directions.
Well, along with making America great is producing in America. And if you're producing in America, that means you're not going to be able to get those cheap goods as cheaply from other countries. Somewhere along the way, and I think you're seeing a bit of it, because normally in a stronger dollar there's a weaker gold and silver price. It has been weak, but it hasn't been as weak as I thought it could have been. And that's where people are going, well, if we have to pay more for our goods, doesn't that mean inflation is going to pick up? And unemployment is low in America right now. And with the money going to be spent on defense, money going to be spent on infrastructure, you're going to have a further tightening of the job market, and inflation is going to start rearing its head more. And so that's why gold it's been volatile, but the trend has been up. And I think you'll continue to see that, a climbing gold and silver price.
Finally, Rob, we're wrapping our day here at PDAC 2017. How are you leaving this conference? What's your sentiment?
There's a lot of people here. It takes me longer to get out on the escalator.
So that's a good sign, right?
There's optimism, yes. And I really like the interplay between new technologies and an old industry.
Yeah.
And I think we can make this industry much more exciting by taking that technology, driving it to the bottom line, and delivering more to the share owners.
Rob McEwen, McEwen Mining, MUX, thank you so much for joining us.
Daniela, pleasure.
Thanks for watching our coverage here from PDAC 2017. We'll have much more for you on Kitco.com. Thanks, Rob.
Pleasure.
Love speaking with you. It's great.
Enjoy.